Introduction to Plotly. Plotly is a Python library for creating interactive visualizations. It is used for making charts and graphs that are dynamic and engaging. Real-world uses include dashboards, scientific data analysis, and business reports. Plotly works in web browsers and does not require any special graphics setup. In this lesson, you will learn the basics of Plotly from installation to a mini-project. Running the cell now. Let us start by installing and importing Plotly. If you do not have Plotly, install it using pip. This line disables warning messages. This imports the main objects Plotly uses to create charts. This imports Plotly Express, a simpler interface for quick charts. Running the cell now. This code sets up the environment for using Plotly by importing essential libraries and suppressing warnings for cleaner output. Although it produces no visible output yet, this step is crucial as it prepares the tools needed to create interactive plots in the following lessons. Notice how Plotly Express and Graph objects are both imported, offering flexible options for building visualizations. To install Plotly in Windows, open your command prompt and run pip install Plotly. Core Plotly objects and concepts. Plotly has two main interfaces, Graph_objects and Plotly Express. Graph_objects is more flexible and detailed, used for custom charts. Plotly Express, PX, is fast and simple for common charts. Figure is the main object in Plotly, representing a complete chart. A trace is a part of a figure, such as a line, bar, or marker. Layout controls chart appearance, title, axis labels, colors, etc. Running the cell now. This is a comment about a simple figure example. This creates an empty figure using Plotly Graph_objects. This prints the type of the figure object. Running the cell now. The output shows that the variable fig is an instance of Plotless figure class, confirming that GoFigure creates a figure object. This is key because the figure is the main container for all plot elements in Plotless Graph_objects interface, allowing detailed customization of charts. Understanding this foundational object helps connect the code to how flexible, fuller-featured visualizations are built. Beginner Example 1, Simple Line Chart. Let us create a basic interactive line chart. We will use Plotly Express for this example. Running the cell now. This imports pandas to create a data frame. This creates a simple dataset with X and Y values. This creates a line chart using the data with a title. This displays the interactive chart in the browser or notebook. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Beginner Example 1, Simple Line Chart. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Beginner Example 2, Adding Markers. Let us add markers to each point in the line chart. Markers help to highlight the data points. Running the cell now. This creates a line chart where each point is marked with a dot. This shows the chart with markers for each data point. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Beginner Example 2, Adding Markers. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Beginner Example 3, Bar Chart. Bar charts are useful for showing comparisons. You can switch between chart types easily in Plotly. Running the cell now. This creates a bar chart using the same data. This displays the interactive bar chart. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Beginner Example 3, Bar Chart. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Intermediate Example 1, Multiple Series. Let us make a chart with two lines. Each line represents different data. Running the cell now. This creates a new data frame with two sets of numbers. This creates an empty figure for plotting. This adds the first line with markers and names it Series 1. This adds the second line with markers and names it Series 2. This sets the chart's title. This shows the chart with two lines. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Intermediate example 1, multiple series. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Intermediate example 2, customizing axes and title. You can change axis names and other layout options. Let us update our chart with custom labels. Running the cell now. This updates the chart layout, appearance. This sets the x-axis title. This sets the y-axis title. This changes the chart's title. End of layout update block. This displays the updated chart. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Intermediate example 2, customizing axes and title. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Intermediate example 3, scatter plot with color. Scatter plots show the relationship between two variables. We will color points by a third variable. Running the cell now. This makes a dataset with a third column for groups. This creates a scatter plot with points colored by group. This shows the colored scatter plot. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Intermediate example 3, scatter plot with color. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Advanced example 1, subplots. Subplots allow multiple charts in one figure. This helps to compare trends side by side. Running the cell now. This imports the subplot function from Plotly. This creates a figure with two subplots in one row. This adds a line plot to the first subplot. This adds a bar chart to the second subplot. This adds a title for the whole figure. This shows the chart with both plots side by side. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Advanced example 1, subplots. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Advanced example 2, custom hover information. Plotly lets you customize hover labels. We will show extra text when you move your mouse over points. Running the cell now. This creates a new figure object. This adds a scatter plot with custom settings. This sets the x values. This sets the y values. This makes the chart display only markers, dots. The marker sizes are set to different values. The text list will show up in the hover labels. Hover will display the text plus x and y. This is the name of the trace. This sets the chart's title. This shows the chart with hover text. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. Advanced example 2, custom hover information. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Error handling with Plotly. Let us see how errors look in Plotly. Some errors come from missing or wrong data. Running the cell now. Try this block of code to catch errors. This line tries to plot a column that is not in the data. This would show the figure if there is no error. If there is any problem, we catch the error. This prints out the error message. Running the cell now. Here, the output shows an error because the code tries to plot a column Z that does not exist in the data. This demonstrates how Plotly clearly informs us about missing or incorrect data columns, which helps in debugging and ensures the plot is based on valid inputs. Recognizing such error messages is key to effective error handling in Plotly visualizations. Debugging tip: check data columns. Always make sure your column names are correct. Use print data.columns to see your data columns. Running the cell now. This prints the column names of your data. Running the cell now. The output shows that the data frame has two columns named X and Y. This confirms that the column names exist as expected, which is essential for avoiding errors when referencing them later in the code. Always using print data.columns helps you quickly verify your data structure before proceeding. Best practices with Plotly. Use clear and short variable names. Always add a title and axis labels. Use figure show to see the result. Split complex charts into parts. Running the cell now. This is a comment about naming figures. This assigns your chart object to a variable with a clear name. This displays the bar chart. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section: best practices with Plotly. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Mini project: interactive sales dashboard. Let us make a small dashboard for sales data. We will use bar and line charts to show monthly sales. Running the cell now. This creates a data frame for monthly sales. This creates a figure with two subplots. This adds a bar showing revenue for each month. This adds a line chart for units sold each month. This sets the title for the dashboard. This shows your mini interactive sales dashboard. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section: a mini project, interactive sales dashboard. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Want more Python lessons? Subscribe to our channel for new tutorials. Leave a comment with your questions below. Running the cell now.